YouTube, what's the word? Welcome back to the channel. We are back again with that death battle. It's been a minute. All right, missed two. We gotta watch that Ghost Rider and Spawn. But we right here right now with that Shigaraki and that Mahito Jujutsu Kaisen versus My Hero Academia. I'm not gonna lie, I fuck with both of the anime shows. JJK is that heat and My Hero Academia is that heat. Now I haven't watched the recent season. I think we're on like what, season 7. But I know like the way Shigaraki abilities are, like, I don't know, bro. I might have to give this Shigaraki, but Mahito's a curse also, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Like, I know with Shigaraki, like, he's able to touch souls, but I don't know if that's gonna correlate.
The symbol of fear versus the human disaster curse.
Like, I don't know. I like the animation though.
It's our job to analyze their
it's looking nice.
armor and skills to find out who would win.
I don't know why I just rubbed my hand like that, like mad crazy.
Tenko Shimura was just a sweet, shy
bro.
boy.
That man's story is crazy. That man had a piece of shit father, bro.
Ruthlessly beaten and abused by his hero-hating father, Tenko pushed beyond his emotional limits
That shit
until
was
he
terrible.
activated his inherent superpower, or quirk.
It wasn't something cool like flying.
That man
or
really
super
just
strength.
killed his
In
dog by
terror,
accident.
He accidentally killed his whole family. Well,
And his
except
whole
for the old dad.
family.
That one was intentional.
Tenko wandered the streets alone, silently begging for someone, anyone, to help him. If only a
I also
hero
try to
was
figure out
going
how
to
did
save
his
him.
like
But instead,
hair
the
change.
only open hand he found belonged
It's like
to
because
the
of his
devil.
like ability.
All for one, the greatest supervillain in history.
He took Tenko under his wing, feeding a hatred of
my
everyone
God.
and everything, and grooming him to one day lead his
Nah, that man had
purpose in
issues, bro.
destroying Hero society.
With that came a
That man had
name,
crazy background.
Kogura Shigaraki, and an absolutely nightmarish quirk, Decay. It does what it says on the tin. Anything Shiggy touches with all 5 fingers turns to
Yeah,
dust.
he's just decay,
The
bro.
perfect power for someone who just wants to destroy. Pretty menacing.
Said fear or-
Not for that dorky-ass
Nah, that's an
costume.
actual thing in the
I get
show,
it,
though.
Hands are his thing, but come on, they just look so dumb and fake.
Oh, those aren't prosthetics. Those are
Yeah, I
real
forgot. That man can evolve too with his powers.
that he killed.
Is he gonna have like all the powers of all for
And
one?
explicitly commanded to be left there by his mentor so that he would never forget his rage.
It basically, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
While
If
his
it's gonna be
use
like
of
that, he can
Decay
evolve.
started off relatively weak, it rapidly increased in power and range as Shigaraki.
Yeah, I got
came
Shigaraki
into
on this one,
Decay
bro.
isn't even limited to whatever he's touching. Anything that touches something he's
I got
decaying
Shigaraki on this
also
one, bro.
decays.
spreading like an all-consuming miasma that can wipe out anything from an enormous tower to an entire city.
If decay reaches
That man
you,
really
your
broken.
only hope is to isolate the body part that is disintegrating before it gets to something vital.
After years
Damn.
of training with the greatest supervillain of all time, Shigaraki was finally put in charge of his own team with one mission. He must kill his master's rival, the #1 hero, All Might.
Only
Nah,
two
they really
falls
did all
flat
this
on
for
his
All
face.
Might, bro.
Shigaraki was a terrible leader, quick-tempered, short-sighted, and, well,
Cringe! Oh, he's just so cringe. He uses gamer lingo unironically. He whines like a baby when things don't go his way. He's the
my
kind of
God.
guy who would say normie in real life, in front of normies.
but they say defeat is the greatest teacher of all. Only through struggle could Shigaraki manifest his dark conviction.
Right as All Might's new protege,
Deku, yep.
Izuku Midoriya, was coming into his own as well.
These two rivals,
Stain
the
fight?
inheritors
Oh
of
my
their
God.
master's blood feud, would push themselves past their own limitations.
Especially when All Might and All for One
I'm not gonna lie,
double
we
KO
need another
each
like
other,
Deku fight.
Shigaraki to lead the
I don't know
villains
who
all
he
by
should fight,
himself.
And with the stakes
but
higher
like
than ever before,
the recent
Shigaraki
Deku now, we
stepped
should have a
up.
death battle
He
with the most
personally
recent
battled
Deku
the
now.
monstrous Gigantomachia for a month and a half straight, and conquered other villain organizations to create the Paranormal Liberation Front. Thousands of new soldiers for his personal army.
All to impress All for One's personal quack, Dr. Ujiko, who spent months upgrading Shigaraki's body to make it more like his sensei's. It
That
might
joint
have
is
been
sick,
constant agony,
bro.
But Shiggy went from Chud to Chad.
Ujiko's experimentation vastly increased Shigaraki's
That man
strength,
basically had like
speed,
a
and
whole
durability,
bunch of
enough to
quirks,
match
bro.
and surpass even All Might's absurd powers.
Sharing All Might's power between them, Deku and Bakugo were able to punch an island-sized hole in a cloud that reached 24 miles into
I need
the
to
sky.
watch that
We've
movie.
calculated that before to be nearly 80 million megatons of TNT, almost as much as the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs.
Oh, this off the
And
reset?
Shigaraki can now move fast enough that his body produces hypersonic shockwaves and can even catch laser beams.
And he's tough
Crazy.
enough to survive Star and Stripes Intercontinental Ballistic Cruise Punch. Now the new name for my penis. Move over, Jack
For
Angel
what?
Megastore.
Yo, what is he
It also
talking
made a blast
about?
So big it showed up against the curvature of the Earth.
Though
Man's
he
just
might
saying
seem
stuff.
invincible, when Shigaraki's body is pushed hard enough, he will evolve into a state of uncontrollable power.
So Decay
That man really had just nothing but arms out, bro.
More hands.
Shigaraki can spontaneously generate flesh into existence.
That's
seemingly
so
oceans of it in
nasty.
an instant, whenever he wants. He can even use it as a type of armor to defend himself in close combat.
But that's nothing.
I need to finish
compared
the
to
season,
Ujiko's
bro.
greatest gift.
I'm slacking.
Shigaraki wanted to be the new All for One. So what better way than the old man's quirk?
All for One's quirk, All for One, allows its user to steal
say he
and
just took it,
store
yep.
quirks with just a touch.
And All for One has hundreds of them stored up, collected over the years.
Each quirk is connected to a memory of its user's essence in the form of a spirit, a vestige.
Crazy.
Kinda like a piece of their soul. They exist in this kinda psychic world in Shigaraki's body, and can even act as a spiritual defense should it be invaded.
And with those vestiges came quirks.
That's
like
all
super
his.
fast healing,
I'm about to say, yeah,
air
you got way
blasts,
more than
radio
that.
waves,
That's why I gotta give it to
telekinesis,
Shigaraki though.
teleportation of others,
It's just off the fact because he can
and
evolve
foes.
and he got too many quirks. Like Mahito, like
in this big-ass
he
electric
only got like what,
Kamehameha.
2-3
However, any
things?
vestige stolen or destroyed will also remove that quirk from Shigaraki's
Well,
repertoire.
they'll probably show it.
They're
Yeah,
also
no, they'll show it.
sentient, and some can
But-
even fight for control.
Which is
I
when
don't
the
know.
second shoe finally dropped. Because Shigaraki also got All for One's vestige, that means All for One was now in possession of a shiny new body that he'd spent the last 15 years molding for him to take over.
Shigaraki's
Crazy.
entire existence was planned from the beginning. Why? Because All Might's previous mentor was Nana Shimura, Tanko's
Yep.
grandmother.
Oh, that to mess with All Might. That is some next level hating right there.
He manipulated Shigaraki's entire life.
That's
all
crazy.
For one purpose. To create a soul so
Nah, he did him
corrupted it
dirty.
would grind away at
I'm kinda
All
getting
Might's
spoiled, but
world,
damn.
Allowing All for One to take full control.
But
Crazy.
All for One's possession wasn't complete, and Shiggy managed to fight his way back to the top, literally decaying his way through vestiges in the process, all to fight his rival Deku one last time.
Tough.
Despite Izuku's best efforts to save him, Shigaraki was too far gone. His spirit decayed by years of venomous hatred.
And the new symbol of hope defeated the new symbol of fear, burying All for
That's
One's
crazy.
grudge for good.
All that Shigaraki asked was to be remembered as the heartless destroyer he was raised to be, and not the broken, angry, crying little boy he really was deep inside.
For just that
Damn.
one moment, though, Shiggy got in Deku the only thing he'd been denied his whole life, the one thing his lifelong nihilistic tantrum was really all about. He got a hero who tried to save him.
That's crazy, bro.
This battle
That's
is
crazy how you
sponsored
try to
by
do that
Robinhood
to him.
Gold.
With Robin Hood Gold, you can now enjoy
All right,
the
Robin
VIP
Hood.
treatment, receiving a 3.
Anybody trying to see all that? All right.
Ever since
See about the boy
Cain slew his
Mahito, bruh.
brother Abel and wetted his fields with his blood, man's greatest fear has been his fellow man.
But what if this fear took
I
on
say,
a
where
life
is getting
of
all
its
the?
own?
Why is light
All
here?
that negative emotion humans felt for one another spilled from their bodies and congealed, forming over time a living being fueled
Okay, there we
by
go.
malice.
I was so
which
confused
believes
for a
in
moment,
the
bruh.
law of the jungle.
Well, then you'd have
This man's
special
sick.
grade curse with a patch face.
That man
Mahito.
just like some mix.
Oh, I've had people tell me I've become a human disaster
Just does it for the
curse when I've
sport,
had too many
for the love of the
mojitos.
game.
Mahito is one of the deadliest beings to ever afflict mankind. He's no mere mortal, though, but a cursed spirit. Innumerable
Dude.
spirits exist,
It's
weaker
cr-
or
bro,
stronger,
he a few
depending
months
on the amount
old.
of anxieties,
I keep forgetting that.
jealousies, hatreds,
That
and
man was just
fears
made,
humans
and off rip he was just fighting people and killing them.
Locust, kind of weak. Or the fear of smallpox, getting stronger. Or the fear of fire. Oh, goodbye, Tokyo.
So it follows that mankind's fear of itself would be extremely powerful. Those negative emotions manifest as Mahito, a being composed of cursed energy.
It's basically like evil ki. Cursed energy can be used to.
It's kind of crazy how that man Kenjaku did him, bro.
And tougher than any normal human, and it's invisible, making curses like Mahito impossible for the untrained eye to see. Only a life or death situation can galvanize a normal person to see a cursed spirit.
That also
Good
makes
God,
cursed
bro.
spirits virtually immune to physical damage. They may be physically present in space, but can only be harmed by attacks that embody spirit matter like cursed energy.
Which makes curses insanely hard to get rid of, like ghosts, cockroaches, or my ex. That's why you need.
So you only got like
jujutsu
only like a
sorcerer to
certain
come
amount
in
of
and
abilities.
sand the shit out of them. They call it exorcism, but I like the way I said it better.
Curses and sorcerers have battled each other for millennia, waging an endless war over the fate
Bro,
of
some of these
humanity.
shows I gotta
Almost
rewatch.
exclusively in Japan, though. For some reason.
JJK was like that.
Mahito was special. You see, most curses are
I gotta wait till
basically
the actual
dumb animals,
next season
but
come out.
Mahito has so much cursed energy that it gave him sentience.
So he was recruited by Kenjaku alongside other special grade disaster curses to wreak havoc upon the world. In fact, they made Mahito their leader.
And even more
Good God.
frightening than intelligence and bloodlust, Mahito possessed philosophy.
Perhaps informed by the tragic meaninglessness of
Crazy.
interhuman conflict, Mahito is an existential nihilist, believing in nothing but his own will to power. It's a dog-eat-dog world.
Oh yeah, Mahito got that
Which
evolution.
also makes him kind of a
Okay, he
goofball.
evolves as
If
well.
nothing matters, why not
Oh,
have fun with the
dang.
fun?
Okay,
Get your
bro.
steps in. He loves to dig around and toy with your emotions.
It's like the
a
more I
cartoon
reminisce now, I'm like
character before
remembering, bro.
slitting your throat.
An appropriate analogy,
I did
considering his
Jinpei
curse
dirty.
technique, idol transfiguration.
Using his
dang.
cursed energy,
I forgot, he got his
Mahito can
own-
control
he got another
anyone's
form
soul
too.
with just a touch, including his own. In fact, he's so good at
And he got
manipulating
domain
his own soul
expansion.
that you can't even kill the bastard without directly targeting it.
In Jujutsu Kaisen, the soul and the body share an immutable connection.
Damn.
Whatever happens to the former affects the latter.
This lets Mahito squash, stretch, and shapeshift his body into literally anything he wants, like Play-Doh. He can
Bro.
turn his limbs into blades or clubs, grow
Like,
wings
I don't
like a
know,
bird or
bro.
fins like
I
a
don't
fish,
know.
reform his body around injuries, or even create clones.
Curse users are naturally unharmed by their own ability.
Damn.
Should he touch a human,
I
though,
might have to
his
give it still
alterations to
Shigaraki,
their
bro.
body Are instantly fatal.
I just have a
Since
feeling.
He's attacking your soul, those physical
I
wounds
forgot
are gonna
Mahito
be
had all that,
impossible
bro.
to heal.
Even if his alteration isn't directly fatal, the human body won't last more than a
Nah,
few
imagine
moments in a
Jinpei
transfigured
didn't become a
state.
curse.
Oh, that with one touch. God, I thought herpes was bad.
His powers mean Mahito treats humans
Yo.
as effectively disposable dolls that he can gleefully experiment on. The more casualties, the better. Especially
That
if
man
he
don't
gets
care.
to break your spirit first and watch you suffer.
Even more twisted is when he combines two transfigured humans together for soul multiplicity, essentially a giant torrent of body horror flesh that he repels at an opponent. Ugh.
Oh my
Mahito
God.
is unbelievably creative with his application of idol transfiguration, and despite being a newborn curse, consistently keeps experienced sorcerers on the back foot.
It helps that he's a quick study who's picked up a number of different curse techniques, like the Black
Bro,
Flash.
they
By
still
applying
learn
cursed
all
energy
that
within
at
one
a
microsecond
month, like
of
couple
impact with an
months of
enemy,
age.
Space itself will
Yo.
distort, exponentially amplifying its force
That man
by
was
a
just
factor
overpowered
of
from the jump,
2.5.
bruh.
Not only does this hurt like a mother, it restores
I
your
wish
curse
this man
technique
didn't,
and
like,
gets you fully in the zone.
Had to get
And
caught
will
up.
require reflexes moving nearly 1,000 times the speed of
Damn.
sound. It's no surprise then that Mahito also unlocked the pinnacle of sorcerer techniques, the domain expansion.
Oh shit!
Nah, he tried that
More
shit.
hands. A domain is like a barrier of cursed energy, but if you're caught inside, Mahito can use idol transfiguration instantly without even needing to touch you.
It's called
yeah, you're
the
cooked.
self-embodiment of perfection, the ultimate expression of Mahito's absolute control over his victim's
So that man,
body
all he
and
really gotta do,
soul.
he don't
The
really,
only
all you gotta do
time
is
it ever
activate domain
failed was against
expansion,
the
bro.
student sorcerer and Mahito's archenemy, Yuji Itadori.
Because
But I feel
not
like
only was
Shigaraki gonna have
Yuji a
plot armor.
inducing goody little two-shoes who believed in the inalienable rights of all
God
living
damn.
things, blah, blah, blah.
Punch that man in
He
the
also
throat.
had a curse inside of him.
The king of curses, Sukuna.
Which meant Mahito's ability affected both souls in Yuji's body. Sukuna didn't like that. No surprise.
cut that man up,
Kicked
bro.
Mahito's ass, forcing Patchface to fight with a handicap whenever facing his pink-haired
God
menace.
dang.
Yuji's belief in the value of human life flew directly in the face of the world that Mahito knew to be cruel and meaningless. So he made it his mission to crush Yuji's spirit before killing him, murdering his friends, defiling their corpses.
Nah, that
and
man really
brutally
planned that
butchering him
shit.
before going in for the kill.
And he's got the strength to do it. Mahito's one of the most powerful
That man really
curses
planned
in
that from the
world,
jump.
and his growth is exponential.
Fellow disaster curse Jogo was able to summon a massive meteor capable of reducing the city of Shibuya to ash.
That'd take an energy of over 800 kilotons
Damn.
of TNT.
And Mahito can take as good as he can give, especially when, in the throes of struggle against Yuji, he evolved. Unlocking
All right,
a
there we go.
vastly more
I'm about to say, yeah,
powerful
another form.
the instant
Man,
body
just
of
legit
distorted
Frieza, bro.
Complete with armored exoskeleton and arm blades. This was a taste of the almighty curse Mahito was
Bro,
growing into.
that skin's
A
tough
true
though.
blight on
That's
all
a true. That's a
mankind.
nice form.
wouldn't last. In a bitter battle of resolve, Yuji won out. In a dog-eat-dog world, there was now a bigger wolf.
So he tucked tail and ran away.
Okay,
like
so
a
is
witch.
this like, is this form not gonna last in this one then?
Suddenly became a whole lot more meaningful the second it looked like it was about to
Oh my
end.
God, smiley
That
face.
gleeful nihilism just a bitter hypocrisy.
That show need to come out, bro.
For him, maybe. But Mahito found a convert in his archenemy. After a battle that wiped out thousands of innocent people, Yuji's youthful spirit was gone. The only thing left that mattered was exercising this
Yeah.
curse.
In a way, that was Mahito's final victory, the destruction of another human being's soul.
Bro, look how
He may
skinny
not
he
have
got.
been around to see it, but the curse Mahito inflicted on the world would bring it to its knees.
That man really turned into a fraud after that, bro. As soon as he found out he didn't have no more people in his mouth,
That's your
pause.
ticket to being a death battle champion.
Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, y'all place y'all bets. I'm not gonna lie, I still got Shigaraki. I just feel like it just makes sense.
Through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
I just feel like he's gonna evolve once he hits his domain expansion. Okay. Off-rip animation kind of crispy. Damn. Damn. Them boys is getting popped. Nah. Ooh. Good block. Okay, Shigaraki.
I'd heard of a powerful
Okay.
villain stalking these parts. My
That man
organization
Shigaraki had the
tears
cape,
this
boy.
putrid world down around us. We could use a freak of your talents.
Little old me.
That man ain't feeling it.
King of the social rejects. How about I bring him your head instead?
Fine
Oh, yeah.
by me. Let's call this.
Nah, I got Shigaraki on
your
this one.
audition. Sick 'em.
I got Shigaraki on this one. Come on. Oh, he's just tossing them. Nah, so Shigaraki's not gonna get in the mix. Okay, come on, Mahito. Good damn! Oh yeah, cooked. Good move. Good move.
Game over.
Okay. Come on. Nah, that ain't really do nothing. Yuck, bro.
Did you actually just say that? God, how lame.
Oh my God, the kissing thing again? Damn. Oh fuck, the clones, the clones, the clones. Nah, they about to hop him. Oh my God. About to give him the Yuji Nanami treatment. Oh yeah, hold that.
Audition.
He's not playing.
Did I get the part?
Nah, the voice acting, they got it. That man got blitzed. Okay. Oh wow, bro. Black Flash? Damn, straight contact. That man lost a hand for that. Oh, he not wasting no time getting the form. Both of them. Okay, come on. Ooh, animation. Hold on. Oh, yeah, you're cooked. Damn. Come on, Shigaraki. Oh, yeah, you're done. Come on.
Domain expansion.
I forgot about that. He's trying to hold them together. He's trying not to get touched.
I can read your
I like how he summoned the domain expression in his final form, though.
His daddy is mean and wants to make it everyone else's problem. Grow up.
Oh my god. Now, why he talking his shit like that? Bro, I knew it, bro. I knew it. Now, why he treat him like Sukuna? What is going on? He just took his whole form away and stole it. He can technically use it, right?
I felt your soul too.
Is he about to use it?
Humanity because you were born that way.
Oh my god, here he go running again, bro.
I hate them for a reason.
Damn. Oh yeah, you're done. You're done. I called it, bro. I called it, bro. I just had a feeling, bro.
Like a bitch.
With their
He said like a bitch.
this match was a puzzle to
That
figure
man
out.
Mahito just ran, bro.
3 categories: physical stats,
That man treated us
survivability,
all for
and
one
their
like
powers.
Sukuna.
But first, let's address one thing. Could Shigaraki even see Mahito? He's an invisible curse after all.
Cursed energy and quirks are notably different. and
I was like, don't you,
Shigaraki
like,
wouldn't
just
be able to
evolve,
see
though?
Curses normally. However, even regular humans can spontaneously develop the ability to see curses in life and death scenarios. And with the Surge quirk,
Yeah, I'm about to
Shigaraki would have
say.
no problem tracking it.
So seeing Mahito wouldn't have been an issue. With that out of the way, we can jump into their stats.
This
That
was
man
a
had
no contest.
basically
Despite
better
the
physical
disaster
stats.
curses being able to destroy entire cities with their cursed energy, Shigaraki scaling to Deku and Bakugo meant he was calculably millions of times stronger.
He
Yeah.
was faster too, considering he could react to light beams, while Mahito's Black Flash capped out at nearly 1,000 times
makes
the
sense.
speed of sound. Nothing to scoff at, but Shiggy was thousands of times faster. Shigaraki takes stats.
But survivability was a little trickier to figure out.
Yep, in terms of raw durability, Shigaraki was a lot tougher, and his ability to generate new flesh meant that he could heal any wounds he might receive super easy.
However,
Okay.
Mahito is a curse and is immune to the kind of overwhelming physical damage Shigaraki could dish out. Not only that, Mahito's regenerative ability via idle transfiguration meant that he'd come back from anything short of spiritual damage.
Yeah, so he
Considering
got that.
Mahito's unique curse body,
He got
he
that
should
for sure.
actually get the edge
Then
of
powers, all
survivability.
Shigaraki on that one.
Presents a crucial question. Could Shigaraki even kill a curse like Mahito in the first place?
Or would
That's the real
Mahito's
question.
unkillability give him the time he needed to eventually put Shiggy down with idle transfiguration?
It all comes down to their powers.
Shigaraki had a lot more variety with all of the crazy quirks All For One had collected over all the years, but none that we know of could properly kill a curse. That didn't
okay.
mean idle transfiguration was a surefire bet either, though.
Of all things, Shigaraki's vestiges served as a spiritual shield from the effects of idle transfiguration.
Oh, so he wasn't about to even let him
Mahito
get
could not avoid
touched.
Targeting Sukuna while attacking Yuji meant that he couldn't target specific souls inside a person.
And Shiggy has hundreds
And All
of
For One
soul-like
was in his
entities
soul.
inside of him. Sure, each one down means he loses a quirk, but that's more than enough time to land a
Oh, yeah, so he was broke. He was broken from the start.
especially considering
That man was
how
just
much
toying with
faster
him.
Shiggy is.
And Mahito has no way to defend against Shigaraki's primary quirk. Decay has affected spiritual beings in the past. Again, vestiges.
Damn.
In fact, he was able to damage Deku's vestige and have that damage transferred to the Deku in the real world.
Mahito may be made of spirit energy,
That's crazy.
but he still has a physical form. In fact, sorcerers that couldn't naturally target the soul were able to fight him on even footing. No reason to think Shiggy wouldn't decay him like everyone else.
Giving Shigaraki the third
Yeah.
and final edge.
That makes sense.
It was a unique duel to the death.
I was like, I called that. Like, bro.
Powers and deadly decay spelled the end for the disaster curse.
Nothing
That was
else
a
to
good
say.
fight, though.
You
The
really
animation
gotta
was
hand
crisp.
it to Shigaraki.
The winner is Tomura Shigaraki.
All right, let's see who next, bro.
Next time on Death Battle.
Please make it make sense. Okay. Is this Doom? Oh, Halo. Oh my God, why is it?
Subscribe and
Oh,
join
so I was
us
right.
for
Okay,
See
okay.
More Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so Master Chief and Doom. Okay. I only know Master Chief. I don't really know Doom like that. But shoot. That's it. I called it. Shigaraki wins. It made sense, to be honest. It really did make sense. That man is broken. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna catch y'all boys in the next one, man. Peace, no cap. Yeah. Haiku is coming soon, y'all. Don't worry. Don't